My name is Adam, aka WXFan21. Welcome to this best of 3 back-to-back between Farfelu and Eddie. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are going to be starting off with our first of 3 games here between none other than Farfelu looking super fly over on their webcam versus the previously undefeated Eddie. This is going to be a banger. So in case this is your first time tuning in to either of these runners, let me give you some background. These runners here, Eddie, the number 3 seed in the tournament, going up against the number 11 seed Farfelu. So, Eddie, previously undefeated until round number 2, where Bressingham defeated Eddie 2-1 in their best of 3 series. However, here, Bressingham did defeat Eddie 2-1. Eddie went down, defeated June 2-0. Farfelu beat Zost in the first round, but lost to Ark 2-0. Came back to beat Tony T. Young 2-0. And that is how we have reached this part of our lower bracket between Farfelu and Eddie. Winner continues, loser goes home. Metaphorically speaking, of course, because they're out of the race. Out of the tournament. And for those of you that are unfamiliar with our Super Metroid Rando, we are on a 10-minute delay. No post-game interviews until after this is over, and we start off with the X-ray scope. If Exact is in chat, Exact is going to be very happy to see that. I could care less that we have X-ray this early. It's not exactly the greatest item on the planet. However, definitely could be used for some cool things, especially if we get charge and plasma. We can microwave some enemies here, and morph ball on the ceiling. So something that we need to see, and something that y'all got to understand. Well, Adam, why on earth is morph ball on the ceiling? Because in these presets, morph ball is going to be in 2 locations, vanilla or in the ceiling in this other room. That's how these presets are. It's not like if you watch any other streamers who have, different kind of settings on, how the tournament settings are. It has to be in one of these 2 locations. So I apologize, chat, for a little bit blowing out you guys. I gave you all fair warning, but this is an exciting match. And I hope you all are excited for, again, back-to-back games. I'm really looking forward to this. Idol will be joining me for games 2 and 3 if we need game 3. So no supers yet. We do have some missiles and some power bombs. We're going to go check meme route. Farfelu just shaking off some nerves, apparently. Refilled a little bit there on energy. Eddie into the hopper room. Let's see where meme route goes. Over to crabs. Okay, Eddie's gonna go down to check crabs. It's gonna be redfish. That's interesting. So we got redfish meme route. Where is Eddie going? What is happening? Eddie? What are you doing, Eddie? Eddie? Eddie, with, pardon my language, Speedgaming, balls of steel! Big huevos for Eddie. Wants to go check Main Street? I would have suspected Mama Turtle. No, Eddie's going to Main Street. Okay! I want to give a big shout out to Fishing Boo, who apparently Eddie's going to keep very busy in this best of 3. Oh, no! That's not going to work out. That's Lava Dive. Farfelu going to take the more normal route here. Go grab some other items. Ooh, more power bombs. That's huge. Eddie's going to go check Crab Hole. If this is nothing Eddie can't get out, then Eddie's going to have to reset and do this all over again. Oh my goodness. This is why I was so excited, chat. This is why I came in hot and heavy. Well, not heavy, but hot and excited. Let's go. Bring in all the hot hype. This is insane. Eddie, where are we going? Ooh, he finds Green Bryn. Are you kidding me? Eddie pulls it off! We got Green Bryn! Grab hold of Green Bryn. What a door transition, everybody! Wow! Someone pulled a horseshoe out of Eddie's pants! And farfelu gets grapple. Grapple and X-ray early. That's interesting. More power bombs for Eddie. We'll see what Major Eddie is going to get here. So this is Major Minor Split if you're just tuning in. If you have never, ever seen the SM Random Tournament before, this is definitely interesting. So Major Minor is all the items you see on each of the screens there for both racers, as well as energy tanks and reserves, are all major locations. Minors are going to be split out through just the minor locations, but to keep in mind the minor count. If they don't find Charge Beam in this race, you're still going to need a good amount of ammo to go defeat Ridley and especially Mother Brain. So farfelu going to be even... farfelu also with apparently Balls of Steel going to go do a Gauntlet. Very interesting here from farfelu. This room here, the Eddie's in early supers, a nice place to grab some ammo early, and we are seeing that Eddie is the first to get supers. It was just an energy tank over Edecoon's, early supers. So let's see what the Edecoon's check here has. And farfelu does have enough power bombs to at least do early Gauntlet. Ooh, it's just an energy tank. Okay. So farfelu's to get the energy tank and finish clearing out Gauntlet. And Eddie is going to have a reserve tank. So, not the greatest so far from Eddie. You just get an energy tank and a reserve, but could definitely be needed later for some hell runs. Zeb also thinks that this was the right play from Eddie, so this is definitely interesting. So, early routing decisions, we'll see this pans out for either one of the runners here. farfelu gonna go ahead and not taking the quick route down. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Alright. farfelu electing to just get that super. Can't blame them there. And now we're gonna go check the other two doors over here on the left side of Criteria. farfelu is very much being cautious and taking their time. But also gonna be picking up 2 power bombs along the way. This Major... Plasma! Which Eddie is not going to have beam advantage for farfelu. Eddie will eventually make their way back over to Terminator. But wow, nice early beam find from farfelu. And now, Eddie making quick work of Wavegate door. Gonna go check out and see what's here. It's just an energy tank behind Wavegate. No ice beam today. Oh, we found Torian. And we found tubes. So definitely interesting doors here for farfelu. Let's see if farfelu makes his way over to Red Tower, and he is going to. Both of these runners are great speed runners in their own right. Eddie, one of the young up-and-comers in the Super Metroid community. Okay! That's interesting. So we found one side of Lower Norfair. The exit. We know where the front side of Lower Norfair is. Yep. farfelu just keeps running into Norfair. Eddie's about to check the meme route door. And finds Pre-Aqueduct. So that's some interesting door info there for farfelu. Only one major item check here in Red Brinstar, and that is the Spazer door. So let's see if farfelu's going to find something key early. No, it's just another energy tank. Both runners up to 2 energy tanks each. Eddie, though, is going to be fully done here with Green Brinstar. Eddie also finding bombs, which is a huge item to find here early. Okay, we got the right side criteria. Eddie's going to go check Moat. And because of those bombs, Eddie's going to have a chance to do the bomb jump across Moat and lands it. So let's see where Moat is going to take us. farfelu do an X-ray. So he's going to get the second major item here. I forgot that's this one, because it's X-ray. All right. Again, shout out to our amazing tracker Fishing Boo for keeping up with the craziness. I missed where Moat went, though. Tracker will take care of that in a second. Eddie making his way back to the ship. Take a quick refill. farfelu grabbing that item over there on X-ray, just a reserve tank. Oh, it was Croc. All right. So Moat to Croc. To which, of course, the runners are probably not going to want to do. Nope. Eddie is now going to go clear out Gauntlet, which means Eddie's going to be able to go back and get Plasma. So Eddie quickly catching up. farfelu's found the back side of the wrecked ship over in the middle of Red Tower. Fishing, what do you think we're paying you for? Only kidding, Fishing. Chat, can we show some love there to our amazing tracker? Speaking of showing love to people, we gotta show some love to these runners. Exclamation point R in chat to follow both of these amazing runners, and exclamation point C if you want to follow the commentary and tracking team. We'd greatly appreciate it. And just 2 missiles over here. Vanilla missiles, and Alpha Power Bomb has missiles, so that's definitely more ammo for farfelu. Eddie doing the quick strat down, just gonna go ahead and get supers. May want to pick up these missiles on the other side as well. And will. So now we'll check the final 2 doors here in Red Brinstar at the top of Red Tower. The West Meridia exit is going to be Aqueduct. I had a funny feeling. Eddie gets his Plasma Beam. farfelu ahead at the moment. Eddie might be ahead on info and starting to catch up on items. Top of Red Tower. This could change everything right now for farfelu. Especially if it's Kraid's Lair. It's Kraid's Lair! Let's go! No, Eddie has not gotten Grapple Beam yet. Eddie has not gone to Bomb Torizo. Eddie has found Torian. Eddie making his way into Red Brinstar. Again, this is the first round of the best of 3 between farfelu and Eddie. farfelu gonna be the first to take out one of the 4 bosses. And again, there's an addition of Major Minor. This is Boss Rando, so we will see who this is. Dragon, maybe? No, it's Vanilla Kraid! Is this even randomized? Come on. farfelu in a great spot here. An easy one-round crate for the farfelu. Now let's see what this is. If it's Varia, farfelu could go flying back to Norfair. And someone in chat called it. Sasha called it the Varia E, and it's more E. Where's Bash Prime's energy button when I need it? Only kidding. So, this is gonna put some interesting things into logic. Based on Eddie's routing, which I think was probably a little bit out of logic, has one more energy tank and maybe one more reserve and has 25 more supers than farfelu does. This might be forcing us all the way to do some sort of upper Norfair play. And what's even more interesting is we haven't found Business Center yet. But farfelu is going to check Crate's Closet. Might as well, right here. More energy. I think we're in for some hell runs. And Eddie's going to have to damage boost across. Because again, Eddie didn't go back. A grapple beam was over at Bomb Terizo. So Eddie can have no problem doing these damage boosts across here with these waivers. Gotta keep these waivers alive with a bomb. Excuse me, the damage boost across. And Eddie does it like a pro. So this will be interesting for farfelu. Again, doesn't have any of the Green Brinstar information. What'll be interesting for farfelu is where are you going? Electing to skip wrecked ship and is gonna head back to Norfair, looks like. While Eddie over here is just gonna continue to be an absolute boss and damage boost all the way across these spikes. Gotta be careful on energy. Hits the waiver. Way less damage than hitting the spikes. Gonna pick up some power bombs here from the Fireflies. Not that Eddie needs them because Eddie has bombs. And here we go. Eddie is going to be heading to Upper Norfair via the Lava Dive entrance. Has plenty of energy to make it there. And farfelu heading to Bubble Mountain. Oh, I agree. Power Bomb is definitely a wonderful thing to have. But as we already saw, Eddie was able to clear moat with no problem with the Power Bomb. Skip across. So farfelu up to Bubble Mountain. Be nice if farfelu could find some supers there, and I think that was. That's going to help farfelu out. Again, no Charge Beam, Ice Wave, or Spacer found for either runner. Eddie finally making his way to the top of Red Tower. One of the hardest wall jumps in the game right here, getting up Bubble Mountain. And farfelu will get it! Nicely done. Now to check to get some refill. And let's go to see what Speed has. Yeah, there were a ridiculous amount of super missiles over in Green Brinstar. Eddie's also going to find Kraid. It's vanilla speed boost. Is this even randomized? You know, Chad, maybe we'll just find gravity at gravity, and we'll just everything else here is going to be vanilla from here on in. Thanks for tuning into the Super Metroid Randomizer. My name's Adam, aka WXFan21. We'll see you next mission. I'm kidding! Don't go anywhere! Nice call by some of the members in chat. Kalik. Or Kalik, nicely done. So farfelu got plenty of energy now. Now let's see where farfelu wants to go. You gonna go across to the reserve tank or to wave? Farfelu headed to wave. Does not have the energy, I think, to be able to clear both wave and check what the door is. The escape from Lower Norfair. I don't think you have the energy to do that all in one shot unless this is an energy. Farfelu getting lucky. Pulling out yet another super. Oh, it's Spacer, and Farfelu looks at it and goes, nah, don't need it. Farfelu not want to take any other enemy damage. Needs to get back to that speed booster refill room. Farfelu, what are you doing? Okay, Farfelu elected to go save first. Fair. Eddie with the door information is also going to head back to Norfair. Electing to skip the one door we have right now to wreck ship. Again, if that's not Vanilla Fan 2, and it's a waste of time. Farfelu has to now go all the way back up Old Mountain yet again. In some of the hardest wall jumps in the entire game, in my opinion. Kalalek, where are we going next? What's next? What's Vanilla? And Farfelu makes it back up and is going to go to the reserve tank room. With 49 energy. Takes the save, and look at Farfelu's face like, yep, I probably should have done a little bit of a refill. If this isn't... Oh, look at that. Smart from Farfelu. Has enough for the Crystal Flash. And using the Mega Man Sprite. I'm sure that makes MM2 NES cartridge very happy. Ooh, and it's Spring Ball, and there's the reset from Farfelu. Yeah, Spring Ball might be important for Suitless Meridia, that Twin Element says in chat. It could be. But again, we're going to see. Eddie's not even going to have to want to do the wall jump. Eddie's got bombs. Again, this is a huge advantage here for Eddie. Doesn't have to do those wall jumps. Farfelu going to go where? I don't think Farfelu has this door information by Croc. And he's gonna have it now. And this is not gonna be where Farfelu is gonna want to go. Actually, Farfelu is gonna end up right at Green Brinstar if Farfelu goes this way. And Eddie has elected to reset as well once seeing Spring Ball. Zeb making a really good point in chat says, yeah, this is a huge advantage for Eddie unless Waterway pops. farfelu is going to have all the green Brinstar information as well as all those supers that Eddie did collect. Which at this point is very much probably required if we're not going to find Charge Beam for Mother Brain. If Waterway is Gravity, imagine. Or Varia. farfelu finding a pre-Aqueduct. And let's see. This is where farfelu is going to get bombs. And we'll get bombs on his way back. Let's see. Is Waterway going to make or break this run for both runners? And it's high jump! A great item to have, but it's not a game breaker. Chat is on point today with their predictions. Chad is thinking it could be Suit at Mama Turtle, which is quite possible. But farfelu, just go and check all of your stuff at this point. Get every super that you can. You are going to need them. We have yet to find Charge Beam. farfelu gonna go get the energy tank here at Wavegate. Eddie is closing the gap on all of farfelu's information. And Eddie will take the Spacer Beam. However, gonna go back to Plasma because Plasma's better. And now Eddie should go ahead and see what's over here. And will. Has 172 energy, and does have enough to do one Crystal Flash. So Eddie's going to go ahead and check out what is the Lower Norfair escape door. Let's see, where are we going next? Is it Business Center? No! It's the Croc. Hello, Croc. And Eddie's gonna clear Croc. If Eddie walks into a suit here, this could be huge. I would suspect Eddie only checks out what the energy tank location is. I don't think Eddie's gonna go ahead and check the grapple location. Maybe he is. We only got a couple doors left. We got Business Center, top of East Meridia, and the front of Wreck Ship. Eddie's gonna clear out Croc. Interesting strategy, Betty. Again, it's suitless so far. Eddie gonna take a quick little refill here. farfelu gonna grab yet another energy tank to put them even with Eddie. First one to find a suit has the advantage. Eddie gonna go speed boost across to Indiana Jones. Gravity! Eddie is now in the lead. And that might be it for farfelu. Eddie looking for the short charge. May not be enough blocks for the short charge. Gets it, though. Grabbing this super. 55 supers for Eddie. 50 for farfelu. I don't think farfelu is gonna go clear out Croc anytime soon. I agree with Zeb in chat. This is unfortunate. Gravity Suit puts all of Meridian now in logic. And we've seen all of our Meridia doors. Except for the top of East Meridia. Including the Aqueduct door, which we know has to get to a boss. And does have a major or two. Exclamation point R in chat to follow both of these amazing runners. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking team. And we will work on whatever the exclamation point is to get you all the bracket. Try exclamation point SGL23 SMR. Okay, that didn't work. I'll make this easier for you, chat. I just posted the bracket in chat. The number 3 seed Eddie versus the number 11 seed farfelu. Thank you, Fishing. I appreciate it. Farfelu is gonna find Charge Beam! Farfelu is very happy about that find. Eddie now gonna go ahead and get Spurring Ball. Eddie is about to fly, ladies and gentlemen. Farfelu, time to go check ice. I don't think Farfelu anytime soon is about to go ahead and go get Gravity Suit, so Eddie is not in go mode quite yet. Once Eddie comes across Charge Beam here at high jump, Eddie's in go. Varia, I'm gonna go Varia behind Botwoon. Farfelu finding yet another energy tank. $65 supers for Eddie, and Eddie's about to find Charge, and Eddie is gonna be in go mode. And there it is, Eddie is in go mode. Does not need anything else. Varia would be nice to have. But with the Charge Plasma combo, has Gravity, can easily get through Meridian Ow. This is a back-to-back-to-back best of 3 between Farfelu and Eddie. Farfelu, the number 11 seed in this tournament. Eddie, the number 3 seed. Farfelu finding the front of wrecked ship, which means we now know, obviously by process of elimination, where is the top of East Meridia. It should be the right side of Business Center, because I believe that was the left side door. We've seen the Lower Norfair entrances. We have not seen any else of Lower Norfair. So we do not know what the other bosses are quite yet. Farfelu going to be taking a massive gamble here at the wreck ship. Nice mock ball from Eddie. Eddie now going to get the Business Center information. And there's Ridley in the wrecked ship. And Eddie apparently still wants miners, even though Eddie's in go mode. Looking for more power bombs, most likely realizing Lower Norfair might have done with without Varia. So Varia-less Lower Norfair is possible. Nice Ridley fight from Farfelu. Farfelu gets the energy that he needs. And it's just a reserve tank. So Farfelu is in massive trouble. Again, gravity being all the way at Grapple Beam and Croc. Farfelu, I don't know if Farfelu ever gets back there. And again, Eddie is in Farfelu is in big trouble. Eddie is going to go take out Ridley with ease as they high-five in the main wreck ship room. Eddie just absolutely obliterating Ridley right now. Nice Ridley fight from Eddie. Farfelu gonna find East Meridia. Again, Farfelu is realizing where are the doors. Again, our tracker, we already know where everything is because Eddie did the crazy things to go and do West Meridia first. Out of meme route. So Farfelu's trying to figure out where am I going and where is my gravity suit? I think Farfelu also has all the information as well. However, I can't be sure. Yeah, Farf has no idea where Croc is. Good point, chat. Eddie most likely gonna go take care of East Meridia. But Eddie's actually gonna head back to Red Tower. So you know the back side of Wreck Ship here is gonna lead us back to Red Brinstar. Eddie's gonna head to Aqueduct. Farf knows exactly where he has to go. Making his way to Croc. And there's the lava reptile themselves. And finding Croc is going to be done. Plasma Beam doing damage per frame. That knocks Croc way off their route and into the acid. Goodbye, Crocomire. Eddie's gonna find the energy tank, which is gonna be crucial. Looks disappointed. Farfelu now is gonna be able to find their gravity suit as well. We're gonna see a spike suit attempt? No. Eddie about to go fight the underwater snake. There it is, Batwoon. Yes, we're gonna get some wreck. We're gonna get some microwaving. Goodbye, Batwoon. Wow. How dare you, Batwoon. Rude. And is this Varia? No, it's just an energy tank. Where is Varia? Spring Ball? No ice, no wave. Both runners do have a way to get through Zeb Skip. Farfelu is going to come across gravity. But it... Oh! Eddie hits does not get the full halfie. Gets half the halfie. I'm gonna see Farfelu's reaction. There it is! There's the reaction from Farfelu, and East Meridia has Fantoon. Farfelu is just luring Eddie into a false sense of security. It's all good. Farfelu wants 3 games. Nice microwave of Fantoon from Eddie. And that's what X-Ray does, folks. Allows us to microwave a bunch of enemies. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Do 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 do. Farfelu is going to be making his way over to Lower Norfair first, instead of going through Meridia. Farfelu trying to make up whatever time he can at this point. Both runners are not going to have a choice. Neither one have come across Varia. They are going to need to find Varia here at Firefleas, or it is going to be a slow Lower Norfair with just 1 Crystal Flash enabled. Or 1 Crystal Flash to use. And it's an energy tank, so Farfelu will take that. Might have wanted to save that for the way out. It'll take the refill. Again, 2 of the best young up-and-coming Metroid runners, as much as Cat wants to rag on Eddie. These are definitely 2 of the premier names that you better get used to seeing. We know the legends of the game. It's Zost, Shiny Zenny, Behemoth. A lot of legends of the game. 2 possible legends here in Farfelu and Eddie. Could be watching history in the making, folks. Our tracker wants Varia at Spring Ball because our tracker is bored. Thank you, Twin. Appreciate that. Eddie's also going to get the energy tank refill here. Farfelu. Oh, Farfelu is hashtag throwing for content. Chat telling me Eddie's not an up-and-comer. Got it. Eddie apparently had a 41.18 90%, the former number 3 world record holder, or record holder. So, Farfelu throwing for content there. Basically what I mean by throwing for content is a little bit of show off. Gonna hit the speed booster trick on the Golden Guardians, and then once... Thank you, we'll clip that later. I'm only kidding. Showing off how you could defeat the Metal Pirates there. Oh, microwave Dragon. Fried Dragon, anybody? Or microwave Dragon, anybody? No, I know it's a common strat. It was more of a joke because we saw both strats be able to kill the Metal Pirates. Nicely done from Farfelu. Farfelu and Eddie both are going to need a lot of health drops here. They're going to be lucky enough to find a decent amount, but not enough to... This needs to be an energy tank. Oh! Huge! Energy tank at Firefleece. Energy tank at Dragon back. High-fiving at Dragon's room. The shrimp has been microwaved. It's an ugly-looking shrimp, though. This is huge for Farfelu and for Eddie. If Eddie does not check this, is Eddie gonna get that spike suit? No. So Eddie should really check this and get that energy tank. And it's gonna check. Nicely done. Eddie is done. Eddie is gonna be making his way over to Tori, and Farfelu making his way over to Aqueduct. Farfelu probably not going to need the Crystal Flash getting out of here. Might have just enough, but also wants to keep them Power Bombs useful just in case he has the Crystal Flash. Health taken away very fast for Farfelu. Needs to move, and needs to move right now. Eddie decides to give Samus a little bit of an acid bath there. Get the stench of the fishes off from Dragon. Or of the giant... Call him a scorpion shrimp. Farfelu might have to... He's taking intentional damage to Crystal Flash. No surprise. This has been a great race between both runners. Stay tuned. Race number 2 right after this, and if number 3 right after that. Farfelu taking the Crystal Flash, showing off the Mega Man sprite. As I mentioned earlier, making MM2 NES cartridge very proud. Eddie gonna take an early Crystal Flash here. Gonna take the safety of the Crystal Flash in the save room. Okay, Eddie. What better way? What better way? Key Hunter looking right at him to give him all the damage to knock him out of the race. And then just decides, nah, I'm gonna go safety crystal flash in the save room. Eddie with the giant huevos. Shown that many times this race already. And now just blowing things up with these supers for fun. Farfelu flying through Red Tower Head and Aqueduct. Is it too little too late because Eddie is making his way back up to Red Brinstar. Needs to find the criteria portal, which we know is Tube. So this race is probably over. And there it is. There's Red Brinstar. Eddie's going to go break the tube, head on back up to criteria. And we are going to be done. One unique thing about this preset, for anyone that's not watched, for anyone that hasn't watched this tournament before, is when we get to Torian, once you take the elevator going down in the Torian, you're going to notice that the runner's energy and ammo completely refills. That's a unique preset here for this tournament. We have back-to-back-to-back between these two runners. Farfelu making his way over to Fantoon. While Eddie is going to go attack the Metroids. 15 power bombs needed for these Metroids with no ice. Eddie has just enough. And is gonna need some good power bomb drops too. Farfelu also microwaving Bartwoon, and we'll get it in the one shot. Before we end this race, exclamation point R to follow both of these amazing runs. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking team. And when that's done, I will post you all the link for the bracket if you are interested as well. Please follow along in the bracket. Posted it there in chat for you all. The challenge on for this tournament. There is a lot of Metroid going on, so if you're a fan of this series, we have the semi-finals of the Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament going on. We've got the Super Metroid Rando tournament, Super Metroid 100%, Metroid Fusion any percent. There is so much happening at Speedgaming. Should definitely check out all the Metroid action as Farfelu get ready to take on Fantoon, and Eddie is about to say hello to Da Baby. Da Baby Metroid's all grown up. And because Eddie doesn't have high jump, Eddie's not even going to try the baby skip here. Again, Farfelu coming across high jump with in waterway. Eddie now gonna hit the energy refill. Twin in chat saying the baby sucks. Alright, Farfelu gonna be making their way back out of Aqueduct. Too little too late here, unfortunately, for Farfelu, unless Eddie takes an unfortunate death here. Eddie is gonna be done under an hour. Eddie needs to hit the speed Zeb skip. And we'll get it. Nicely done. Eddie is on to Mother Brain 1. Nice Mother Brain 1. Eddie now on to Mother Brain 2. See Eddie most likely try a trick here called stand up. Plenty of energy to do that. We'll see if Eddie does it. And now Eddie's about to give Mother Brain a massive headache. Take down that one-eyed Cyclops, Eddie! No sand pits were shown in either race. I believe it, on either side of the runners. And here we go. Is Eddie gonna try for stand-up? We will see. Looks like Eddie wants stand-up. If you're new to speedrunning, stand-up, which we're gonna see from Eddie here, can actually trick the game into ignoring the cutscene here. So typically what you're supposed to see during this part of the vanilla game is when the baby Metroid goes and attacks Mother Brain, Samus is supposed to be down, not able to move because of the low energy. You can trick the game if you get hit with the rainbow beam, run into Mother Brain, take the extra damage to trigger the cutscene, and you'll be able to start damaging Mother Brain once Mother Brain goes gray here. Croc has 4 eyes because we never see the other side of Croc. We can assume it's 8 eyes. And here you go. You see Eddie already using the plasma beam to damage Mother Brain. Waiting for this cutscene, so to speak, between Mother Brain and the baby Metroid to be finished. It's really interesting. There are items we never saw here. We never saw Beam, Wave Beam, Varia, Space Jump, or Screw Attack. That's really interesting. And Eddie's now going to finish off Mother Brain here. You'll see Mother Brain start turning colors here very soon because Eddie was damaging Mother Brain. And there it is with those plasma shots. So it does save time doing the stand-up trick. Gauntlet was just an energy tank. Again, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Do not change the channel. We have game number 2 between farfelu and Eddie coming up right after this. Idle will be joining me for game number 2 and game number 3. And now it's time for farfelu to see ya baby. Ya baby Metroid for farfelu. Also not gonna try the baby skip. Gauntlet was an energy tank. Plasma was a Terminator. Nice escape up blue tower from Eddie. Eddie is going to be done with a sub 59. Incredible. farfelu not that far behind. Definitely something to talk about with these runners afterwards. The gamble. Oh, Eddie. Eddie just showing off with the spring ball. And we're done. Eddie has won race number 1. GG's to both runners. And ladies and gentlemen, come back here in about 5 to 10 minutes for the start of race number 2. Don't go anywhere. We will see you next mission. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Adam, aka WXFan21, joined by Idle. Idle, what's going on?
Doing good. Looking forward to this one. I only heard a little bit about the first one. Eddie wasn't came out ahead, and then was there like an early? They find like the top of West Meridia early or something. Is that what happened?
Oh yeah, Eddie decided to have giant huevos and we got to get farfelu to reset their what do you call it? Their timer. Yeah, decided to take meme route to Redfish and then go do West Meridia. Gamble West Meridia, found Main Street, found Lava Dive, went back up to Crab Hole and found Green Brinstar.
Yeah, that's a good. I think that's a good play. It feels risky because it's easy to think, oh, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna lose 5 minutes. But you very rarely lose the full 5 minutes. That information that you gain, even if it's pretty valuable. And then, of course, in this case, you find Green Brand. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about Green Brand in race number 1 was it had nothing. It had tons of supers and high jump at Waterway, and Eddie didn't have speed at that point. But Eddie had all the door information that he needed. So, good luck to both runners. And here we go. We are off, heading down doing the normal thing. Eddie's movement to, I think even if Eddie reset, that definitely becomes a lot closer. farfelu probably wins, but Eddie's movement early game was just, it was filthy. Just some of the stuff early game that he was doing was just absolutely filthy. So, it would have been a very, very close race, I'll put it that way, if Eddie had, if that crab hole didn't turn out being Green Bryn. And yes, welcome back to the one, the only, the Fishing Boo. And it's a reserve tank this time instead of X-Ray. Can we get a decent, item like Plasma or something instead? Eddie, with muscle memory, wanted to go Morph Ball into that again. Which means we're going to go find Morph Ball in the ceiling. Idol, what are you looking forward to seeing from both of these runners?
Oh, I'm just here to watch a good race.
Absolutely.
Camera.
Eddie, put a camera on.
It's doesn't quite look right. Why does? Oh, there he goes. He's just not in front of the camera.
Nice early power bombs.
Oh,
apparently, chat was saying last. Sorry, go ahead, Idol.
Oh, I was just saying that'll allow the runners check that meme route portal. It's always good.
Yep. Apparently, chat was saying that our Avaria suit last race was at the wrecked ship E-Tank. Yuck. Alright, time to go check meme route, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we find a super missile. That'd be nice to at least have one of each. Hey, more power bombs. No one's going to say no to early power bombs. And now, Eddie, what do you have in store for us this race? You're going to go dive down West Meridia again? You're going to go attack Torian with all the bosses still there? What do you got for us this race? It's Torian Door! What?
Oh, that's kind of convenient. Just go straight up back to the straight up back up to Kateria.
Wow, and screw attack a Terminator. farfelu, where are you gonna head and check this other door?
This is a huge room. Okay.
Ooh, finds front of wreck ship. Is that gonna first force us to an early Fantoon? We shall find out. Barf's on 19 HP. Gonna take his time getting through the Green Pirates. Nicely done. Barf's gonna check the gauntlet items. Those are good to get. A super missile and a power bomb, and farfelu's gonna have screw attack to make gauntlet very easy.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's your first super pack potentially too.
Yeah, there'll be no need. We don't have space jump, but there'll be no need to use your power bombs in gauntlet early.
Yeah, just need the one bomb to get through that middle portion.
Yep. Eddie's gonna go check out 230 to see if Eddie can find some supers.
Yeah, I don't mind this if you have no supers. Otherwise, this checks slow.
Yep. Yeah, it's just a missile.
Eddie, I don't
Farfelu?
think keeps the supers. Maybe
Nope.
if he did, he might still think this is faster. I don't know.
Yep.
A super back and a power bomb, that is pretty good.
Yeah, and a nice energy tank from Farfelu. We did see Farfelu check Gauntlet early last race. So wouldn't surprise with the knowledge that Farfelu has here, that Farfelu goes and checks that again in 2 races in a row as Eddie checks out Bomb Torizo.
And as you mentioned, with that screw attack, really won't be that difficult to see the gauntlet.
Nope. And again, in case anyone's wondering, we will not find any suits here in Criteria, just based on how the settings are. But this could definitely be charge, it could be a beam, could be space jump, could be speed or high jump, could just be a reserve tank. But the super missiles and the power bombs that are just by the Gauntlet Fall Tutorian is just, that's worth doing this now.
Yeah, and as you said, if it ends up being a high jump or a speed booster or something like that, it could end up being required, even for these runners who like to skip suits sometimes. It could still... You can have the items in such a way that you just have to get the items.
Yeah. Farfelu finds an energy
here,
tank.
you gotta be suitless, and you just can't do it without that high jump.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we had Variolus last race, so Eddie also going to go clear out Gauntlet.
Okay, well that's good that both runners are going to find their super pack here. Hopefully they both fall down the gauntlet correctly, and we don't accidentally miss.
This is an annoying room. I don't care what level you're playing at.
Yeah. So it's interesting that we've already found a criteria to criteria portal. Those self connections are already rare, and they will not happen in more than one area. So runners already know Upward Norther is not going to loop upon itself. Red Tower is not going to loop upon itself. That could be useful information as the season progresses.
For sure. It would not surprise me either. We're going to see the other... Obviously, if you're not going to go to Wreck Ship, you have to check the other 2 criteria doors. And that is what Farfelu is electing to go do. Cleared out Gauntlet, get their supers. If you gamble Wrecked Ship and it's not Fantoon, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Cray would be good to find too. And the boss knowledge can be good, but it is such a long ways out of the way when you've got these portals right here. This could be Green Bread over here, or Red Tower wouldn't be too bad to find.
Yeah. I mean, both of the runners put on an excellent first race. These are just... They're 2 of the best. I call them 2 of the young up-and-comers. We find Redfish again. See if Eddie goes for craziness once he finds Redfish. Though chat has correctly pointed out that apparently Eddie is not young and had the 3rd record for any percent. But still, 2 of the names that may not have some of the, the more casual name recognition, like a Zost or an Oats or a Zenny. Definitely looking to make them some household names here. Very, very soon. A lot of good runners in this race, or in this tournament. MM2 Ness, Eddie, Farfelu, Zost is in it. Get Aussie, who's the #1 seed. Bressingham. Yeah, I see you, Bressingham, in chat. I see you. So, this moat skip is just a royal pain with no high jump, with no space jump, with no grapple, no bombs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And part of it is resetting the room every time because that does make the trick more consistent. Rope spin early, but he
Farf gets it.
Out. That was
Ooh! There's Business Center. And there's Red Tower.
Yeah, Red Tower.
So what did you say about connecting to itself? Luckily for us, it's the Upper North Fair business store that heads to Red Tower. Almost like a faux connection. Oh, we're gonna check ice first here from Farf.
Yeah, for 2 tanks, I think this is a good idea.
Yep, nice mock ball.
Oh, and a reserve too. And I don't remember if Farf would save. He probably did. I think he did. So that reserve
Eddie hits it.
At that point.
Eddie apparently doesn't want to go do Redfish this time. Come on, Eddie.
I don't think he's saved recently enough. You just did that moat to
amazing.
get over, but you kind of want to do business center. You might see Eddie take a save. You might see both runners actually take a save after getting these first 2 items.
Yep.
And then we'll do that West Meridia.
Absolutely. Could do that. You could see, again, Bubble Mountain if it has nothing. So it'll be interesting to see what these runners do.
To get over there, well, technically out of logic, but I think if the runners get one more tank, they could do it. They could probably do it if they really wanted to with that screw attack. But
nice high five from the runners too. Eddie's movement is just so fast.
They'll probably do Red Tower, I would guess. Get some more portal knowledge. Actually, I kind of forgot Red Tower's like right there, and the crab portal's a little bit further away, so they might be more likely to just do that Red Tower.
Definitely worth doing. Imagine if this is gravity, though, here at high jump. I mean, that puts that one lone West Meridia door into logic.
They might rather see an E-tank just to get filled back up with health here. Probably not. You're probably right.
This even randomized? Really? We had what? Vanilla items and like, come on. Chat, who rigged the vanilla high jump, chat? I know it was one of you.
That high jump makes the West Meridia play a little bit more appealing. I think the runners could at least peek at what's that Mama Turtle. And if they know how to do that power bomb boost, there's a way to use the power bomb to get like a bomb jump over to that item.
Yeah.
Fairly difficult. It's not in logic, but these runners might know that.
Only kidding, chat. We are going to see Farf head back up again. Definitely not a bad idea.
Yeah, Farfelu's not probably heading to that West Meridia if he didn't save. It's just it is pretty slow compared to Red Tower.
You have six. You get 6 doors to check here in Red Tower in Red Brinstar.
Yeah, and a couple of majors. I wouldn't be surprised if they Farfelu's health was iffy for X-ray, but could consider it.
Possible.
We'll see if they take a save after this portal check. That'll be telling on what they do.
It's pre-aqueduct here. Okay, that's a second Meridia door.
Yep, another portal they could follow with that high jump.
And yeah, Farfelu gonna go check these miners. We saw last race 70 supers, which was absolutely insane.
Wow, that's a ton.
That is a lot of supers, and eventually finding charge, by the way.
Of course.
So, needless to say, Eddie gave the mother-brained, one-eyed Cyclops a massive headache.
What are you choosing not to get these miners? I think I would have done the miners here.
Yeah, just get the
pack, and then Farfelu's already getting rewarded here at the second super pack.
Yep. Farfelu's being very careful, too. Eddie electing to farm a little bit in the Samus Eater room.
Yeah, so he could already be thinking about X-ray, even though he didn't save.
Yep. And we'll see what the middle of Red Tower is.
Farfelu not thinking about X-ray.
Ooh, it's Torian again. Wasn't this the No, this wasn't Torian last race. My apologies. That was French Vanilla last race, but this is Torian this race.
All right, we're going to see Eddie turn off those items, screw attack and high jump, because the screw attack messes up with your D-boosts, and the high jump messes up also kind of with D-boost the jumps. That's not the setup that Eddie was looking for. I'll try it again.
Farfelu skipping X-ray. Can't blame him.
And this play from Eddie is definitely decent, considering that if they don't get this X-ray item now, it's not clear when you're coming back here.
Ooh, it's Charge Beam. Let's go.
That's definitely good to find early. I imagine Eddie will find that as well. Still, probably would rather have that second super pack, though. I still think checking those early miners is pretty good. Eddie does get the strat over here. Just an E-tank.
Oh my gosh. Farf! Farf!
Only
farm! Just farm! Eddie, what? Eddie, Farf, what are you doing?
He's burning his reserves.
Hey!
Oh, man.
Don't do it, Farf. Don't do it. Oh, East Meridia. The game is trying to force us to go to Meridia at this point.
It might be. We've just got one portal left, and that X-ray's out of logic right now, so only 3 tanks. That's not enough to get to the cathedral.
Tube has to lead us
There's also
somewhere.
wrecked ship. There's still that possibility.
Yeah.
There's something good there.
Yep.
That's pretty far away.
Farf, that was nice. And there's Green Brain.
This is in logic because of the high jump boots. So this may be where the Z wants us to go.
I don't know, Idol. I was kind of hoping that they'd force us into our currently suitless Meridia. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, it's still possible. Good time for that. It's the Varia, not the gravity.
Yeah. A nice mock ball there from farfelu, too. Such a cool trick. Eddie's also going to find this door.
Interesting. I think he hasn't checked the other doors yet, has he?
No. So Eddie now knows where he's going to have to
go. I
go.
This way, but I need to check these doors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's our grapple beam to put X-ray in logic.
Yeah. It's true. Farfelu will be thinking about that from time to time.
Idol also, Durp has a suggestion for the next tournament. If we're doing randomizer, they also want beam randomizer. Just put all the beams in the different beam locations. That'd be actually a pretty interesting preset.
Oh man, I have to think about that. It feels like not a good idea, but it's just an initial gut impression. It might actually be
I mean, listen, for comms, I think we'd find it fantastic. Great content. Alright, here we go. What is over at the Edicoons? Farfelu is going to find Ice Beam!
Oh man, you really are picking up your suitless items here.
Woo!
What are we missing? Spring Ball? And you might not even need Spring Ball at this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you all for tuning in here to Speedgaming. We appreciate you tuning in to the second race between Farfelu and Eddie. Again, this is a best of 3, back to back to back. Idol and I will have you covered on Game 3 as well, should we need to go to that. Definitely taking a little bit of time here. Exclamation point R in the chat to follow the runners. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary team. And I will go ahead and post the link to the challenge on page as well.
Runners still picking up these miners, even though they've got a somewhat decent beam. This is good enough to finish the game with if they want to, but it's still, you wouldn't want to fight Ridley on this, and you definitely fight Ridley on this without various beams.
No, you want at least 30 supers for Ridley to make it a quicker, easier fight. Maybe we'll get a suit here behind Wavegate. Farfelu gets it first try. Nicely done. Using a super on a backwoods gate, by the way, for those that are not speed running savvy here, that basically the super missile has a faster rate of travel in the missile, and it can actually trick the game into hitting the switch on the other side just due to impact. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, you gotta be lined up with that back wall so that the spacing of that super lines up where it's just one frame that's on the left side of it, and the other frame that's on the right.
Hello, supers.
You're getting close to Ridley. Oh, okay.
Hello! Varia.
Yeah, now Ridley's in logic for sure. Even without charge, you'll be able to do it. Oh, it's looking more and more like that. Let's see. Let's get a gravity
radio. Yeah. Croc had our gravity suit last time. Farfelu were looking to skip it again.
Yeah, and Croc ended up having that gravity suit last race, right?
Yes, it did.
Practically required, so that's...
Yep.
But hey, you have to get your guns, right? You know?
Absolutely.
Maybe last race was for Eddie. because Croc had the goods. This rate, maybe it'll be farfelu because Croc doesn't have the goods. Although we may see Eddie skip Croc as well, given that we find that very suited. It's a little bit easy, and also we have all these suitless ready items. So if you're Eddie, you're thinking, well, what if gravity's there? Right? So what?
Yep.
You know,
Oh my goodness, it's low in warfare. Oh, and screw attack. Yeah, Farfelu's going for the low in warfare play.
Yep.
Gets
Right,
3 musketeers.
to beat 12-4 bosses. They got the grapple to get out of Dragon's room.
Yep. So the interesting thing here too is Farfelu getting through 3 musketeers. Normally one of the more pain in the butt rooms in the game, just because of how much damage those key hunters can do. Screw attack makes life so much easier here, especially in low in warfare.
Yeah, and especially without that gravity suit too. You might have even seen the runners. Well, I guess that's at the bottom of Green Bryn, and your other option is to like go turn around a long distance. Maybe they would do it.
Ooh! Speed! Let's go.
Especially since we already got the high jump hits too. Was Eddie gonna do this Croc?
Listen, it paid off last time for Eddie.
Yeah, but I'm betting this is going to be big for Farfelu here. Now, the one thing that could make the difference... First off, how come Eddie's got 4 tanks? Does Farfelu have 4 tanks and we just don't see it? Oh, we got the tank from X-Ray.
Yep.
So the one problem for Farfelu is he doesn't have very good energy to be able to do the reverse amphitheater. Which with this map, you kind of want to do. You don't want to do the vector plan. But 3 plus 1 is a little dicey. Now with that high jump and speed booster, that's going to help. And the screw attack. You might. This would be pretty tough without the screw attack. All the damage you've taken. That really makes a big difference for both runners. And Eddie's just getting another energy tank, but that will help with that reverse amphitheater. That's interesting. This could be a big troll, like it could be Eddie follows that reverse amphitheater and ends up being, well, I guess it could be Turian or Croc. Well, hang on, maybe it's not so bad. But with the 2 worst portals we've already got out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be real tough if Gravity is back at the same grapple location that it was last one, but I don't know. I think Farfelu has a major advantage already right now. If Farfelu can continue to do this, and Eddie is going to follow suit. All right, so Eddie's going to follow suit through low in warfare, and there's Dragon. So the grapple is going to be really interesting here because we can just electrocute Dragon here.
Yeah.
Anyone thinking? Sorry, anyone thinking crispy fried scorpion shrimp?
If this were Fantoon, that'd be pretty bad for Farfelu because there'd be no chance to get the tank. Farfelu really needs the back here. It's not going to be Gravity because you can't get Gravity behind Dragon.
I got a funny feeling Gravity is going to be like Mama Turtle.
It very well could be. It could be that possibility. It could be. It could be at Waterway. And that's the booster.
It could be in a wrecked ship. If wrecked ship was Vanilla Fantoon.
Farf, get that item. Oh man, I don't think he's planning to do reverse amphitheater.
Farf, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, he's not going to do reverse acid dive.
And I mean, in some ways, like he does have so many other good items that.
But he's not doing.
Be hard to find. Spring Ball would be good. Space Jump would be good. Plasma would be good. Otherwise, there's not much else. I'm just thinking an E-Tank would help so much here. I don't know. Maybe he can do it with 3 plus 1 and the high jump and speed.
This is insane. I can't believe this. At least check the item. I would be doing reverse lava dive to see where the front of low in warfare goes. Or reverse acid dive.
Yeah, I understand it's a slow check just for an E-Tank, but man, that E-Tank, even a reserve tank would really be helpful there.
If it, I mean, logically, that couldn't have been Gravity, correct?
That could not be Gravity. Because Gravity can never be behind Dragon. So it's not going to be anything that he really really misses. Even plasma at this point is not that important because it doesn't use the combo.
Here comes the save. Farfelu's gonna try the reverse acid dive one time, it looks like.
If he's confident in his 3+1 acid dive, then that item skip could have been a good thing. I know I would be getting it. I'm not that confident in this acid dive.
Bressingham making jokes in chat that we can't say on stream.
Okay, here's why
Farfelu needs to hit this on the first try.
This is not as bad as I was expecting.
Nice hit.
So just execute. I'm sitting here thinking he needs a 4K. Farfelu telling me otherwise.
Yep, nicely done from Farfelu. Not going to check Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. At this point, the runners don't really use miners too much.
Crystal Flash, Farf, what are you doing?
Ooh, nice short charge there to pull to those enemies.
I'm guessing
he's gonna skip Screw Attack here since he skipped Dragon.
Might as well, just like again. But again, if Screw Attack has gravity, that's gonna be interesting. But
yeah, but I kind of think that Eddie will probably skip that location as well.
Yep. And
I think Eddie's more likely to skip this this matrix check as well, just because he already has 5 tanks. This does not concern.
Yeah. So here we go. Farfelu is going to do the reverse lava dive with 139 energy.
Eddie's
this is going to be close.
Springboard, that could be important. It's just the E-tank. Well, I would have been happy. I would have been picking up that E-tank and being happy.
Agreed. If this is a heated room, Farfelu's in trouble. It's heated. It's vanilla.
But he's got
Mario.
He's got variants.
I apologize. Okay. Flashbacks to last race, and we had to do this with no Faria.
Yeah, I know. You kind of forget because you're doing the lava dive, which is doing damage. It's the acid doing the damage, not the various things. So it's okay.
This is all fishing's fault. Only kidding, fishing.
So far, the hits are working out for Farfelu. We have the E-tank behind Dragon, we got the E-tank behind Croc, and the E-tank at X-Ray.
Can we show our illustrious tracker some love in chat? Yeah. Let's show our illustrious tracker fishing a little bit of love in chat, yeah, please? What doors are we missing? Crade.
We still need this one here. Yep, we're really looking for Crade's lair.
Crade and Aqueduct are the 2 big ones left.
Back of Wreck Ship would be good too. Runners abandoned the front a long time ago.
But if this is the back of... Okay, no, it's Aqueduct. I was going to say, if it's the back of Wreck Ship, it's going to force us to go Upper East Meridia to Aqueduct to Crade.
And if you're Farfelu, you do this now. Interesting saving here. Because... Oh, but the back open, we don't have gravity. And you don't have space jump, so you can't go the back way.
Farf might want to go check one of the sand pits. Might be electing for...
Well, it can't have gravity, though, so I don't think the sand pits are going to be as much value.
Oh, Farfelu! Oh,
good try. That's an unusual error. He'll clean that up. Usually once you get into a groove with the high jump, it's not too bad. Without high jump, it's a little bit more tricky.
Yep. Come on, Farf. Farf! Nice save!
How much of these snails? They do, like... I think the snails can just kill you. They can do 100 damage.
Farfelu says, F the snail. Hello,
I'm paying attention to Eddie because he's got 3 extra tanks. Oh hum. If Farfelu doesn't be careful, he can take 1 hit from that Metroid. Oh, that's... What is he doing?
Is he trying to crystal flash? You're 1 power bomb short of crystal flashing.
Oh, okay. He wants to CF flip. He wants to do a CF flip. He just wants to do a crystal flash right here, just to heal. And Eddie, for his fourth extra check, finds a fourth extra energy tank.
Nice. Oh, you only... I don't know why I was thinking you need 15 power bombs to error. To crystal flash. And Eddie finds another energy tank. Farfelu is so out ahead right now. I mean, I said it last race. Farfelu was just luring Eddie into a false sense of security.
You can see how much damage Farfelu's been taking from Botchmoon. When you're suitless, you can't move out of the way as easily, and you also are taking double damage.
Yep.
Fortunately, I have a very secret, otherwise it would be really bad.
Yep. Nice refill. Farfelu needs this to be gravity.
Total double from Farfelu right here.
Yep. Farfelu needs this to be gravity. Or an energy tank.
It's good for him if it's gravity.
It's a reserve. He'll take it.
I mean, at this point, Farfelu is significantly ahead enough that he just needs Eddie to not run into gravity.
Pretty much.
So if Eddie were to do Upper North Air and find gravity, I still don't know if that would put Eddie ahead. It would.
No, Farfelu is further enough ahead at this point.
Yeah, it kind of depends on how quickly Eddie would find that. But as I recall, the reason that Eddie's in this lower bracket is because of going to Upper North Air and checking for items while his opponent just go loaded. So
Eddie's here in the lower bracket because pressing him is not fair at Super Metroid.
I don't know if we're going to see Eddie. There's a good chance Eddie goes to the portal first anyway.
Yeah.
Because if it's Craig, you want to just do that.
We never saw it was that wave anyway.
I don't think we saw any of the unfair or the business center ones. We haven't seen wave speed or
nope.
I believe.
Grapple does make this easier. Still gonna deal with the mock droids though, and again, no gravity makes this room just.
Make sure you don't quick fall into the sand. That's disaster. You can get out of it, but it's not easy.
Yep.
I would have saved some time. This is a tricky grapple jump here. Handles it very nicely.
Almost.
And maybe notice those mid-air turns when you turn around like that, you risk falling into that sand. And for whatever reason, devs decided, let's put some spikes below that sand. Just for fun. I have no idea why.
Funsies.
But it's really tough to get out of suitless. And Eddie is going to clear this business center. Well, what was it? Wait, Farfelu reset?
Why'd you reset it, Fantoon?
He can't get out.
Oh, he can't get out, that's right.
Oh my gosh, he reset all the way before his Botchmoon too.
Ouch.
Wow.
Oh.
I forgot that he couldn't get out. That was the only problem, because I'm thinking you could beat all the bosses. What's the problem?
No spring ball.
Well, why is he coming back up here?
Getting out of Aqueduct.
Oh, he's getting out. Okay. He's just...
If Eddie walks into gravity here, it's over.
Yeah, because then Eddie can't get out.
I have a funny feeling gravity is at Mama Turtle.
It's not completely over, because let's say gravity's at wave, and we can see Farfelu's checking wave right now. So Farfelu could still beat Eddie to the gravity if it's here.
Yep.
That's really unfortunate for Farfelu, because
Farfelu gave up a lot of the lead there, but you know what? Farfelu can still make this up, and it's just X-ray.
The truth is, we could see Eddie make a similar play though, because if it was Crate Boss, you could spike out of the room. If it was Ridley, you can grab jump out. Fancy was the only one that could get out of.
So Farfelu just gonna have a little bit of fun here. Gonna go clear out the rest of Boba Mountain, which we know has a lot of nothing that either runner needs. if Eddie goes, and like you said, if Eddie follows in Farfelu's path of going to clear out Aqueduct, then yeah, Farfelu is gonna get his lead back. I'm telling you, I got a funny feeling. Gravity is over at Mama Turtle to unlock all.
And if it is, that was something the runners could have gotten early on if they knew how to do that. Bomb jump into it. Oh, Eddie's thinking. Eddie turns around. This is a tough decision. I understand as a boss you can't get out of, but like this East Redia is right here, and you want to do it. You don't want to have to come back to it. And now that you've left it, what do we have left? Just wrecked ship and the Mama Turtle that you brought up. And those and there are those two portals at the bottom of West Redia, although those can only be the back of wrecked ship and Craig's
Lair. And the runners can't get out of Crab Hole right now.
So I guess at the very least, you know you can.
Yeah.
You can find.
So Eddie has elected to not go to Aqueduct, so I don't know. Does this technically put Eddie in the lead?
It might. Farfelu has more knowledge. I just don't know if that knowledge is useful. That was really unfortunate for Farfelu. That was the one boss that he didn't even significantly hit.
And Farfelu is showing what Dirk mentioned earlier in chat, that when we got to the wave gate and we hit it with the super missile, that allowed wave gate to open. You get momentum and the speed. This also can be done with just missiles. If you're close enough to hitting that transition, which you see Farfelu finally gets a chance to be able to hit. Eddie is going to go for wrecked ship.
Yeah, so it looks like Farfelu is heading to West Redia and Eddie heading to wrecked ship.
So this is it. If Farfelu comes across gravity, then Farfelu is going to be flying through the rest of this. If Eddie comes across gravity, Eddie is going to be in the lead. This is make or break for these runners.
And we do know that gravity can't be.
Wait a minute,
because
Farfelu, where are you going?
He's heading to West Redia, I think. There's not a great way to go to West Redia. This might be the best he's got.
Oh yeah, you have to go up to yeah.
He probably should have gone through Business Center, like to the top right. That's the boat portal, and then from there gone through the crab portal.
And Farfelu is electing to actually now go check X-ray, which is unlogic. Eddie is not going to be happy to see this boss because we know it's not Fantoon. Now, if it's regardless of which boss it is, Eddie has enough ammo to be able to kill both, and it turns out it's Ridley. So Ridley hiding in the wrecked ship yet again.
Extra. I'd probably pass. Sorry.
All right.
And Farfelu sees an energy tank, elects to not go get it.
And it is Ridley here. Okay, so gravity is not in wrecked ship. I mean, we are running. Mama Turtle's looking better and better the further we get to the sea.
Pretty much.
Either there, or it's at Waterway, or it's at Crate. Could be hanging out at Crate. I believe it's logically possible for Crate to be at the bottom of West Redia Crab Hole, and gravity just be sitting behind Crate. I think that's the thing that could happen. That's kind of mean when that happens. You know, you have no logical way out except the answer's there. Yeah, Grav could have been behind Crate at wreck ship, but Eddie's at wreck ship, so it's we know it's not here. Ooh, spring ball. That is huge for Eddie.
That's massive. That I think allows you. Correct me if I'm wrong. That does allow you to now get out of Aqueduct.
Yeah, that allows you to get out of the precious room. The room that Farfelu reset because he couldn't get out. Eddie can now get out.
Yep. So here we go. Farfelu is on the way to Mama Turtle. This is it. Was it Spring Ball that was required this entire time? to be able to do this and to get gravity somewhere in the wrecked ship? Or is farfelu going to come across gravity right now?
The one really good thing that farfelu got out of that death, that reset, knowing that Phantoon's there, means that it's so much more likely that he's going to run into gravity if he searches for it. Normally, you might think this Mama Turtle, gravity's just going to be wrecked ship.
Yep.
I guess it could be at Screw Attack. There are a lot of locations that farfelu.
Oh no, it's energy.
So farfelu would think, well, it could be at Screw Attack. You know, it could be.
Yep.
Well, he did pick up extra recently. What was the other one?
What about Waterway?
It could be a Dragon. It could be a Waterway. That's the one farfelu doesn't want, because that's far away from where farfelu is.
So that's unfortunate for farfelu. One of these runners are going to have to come across gravity, but Eddie has the way right now to get out of the room outside of where Dragon usually is. That spring ball allows you to get out. Now it's just going to be a matter of, is Eddie going to go fly through the rest of this now? Or is Eddie still going to search for gravity?
Yeah, these runners are about to converge here.
Yep, farfelu's going to find Kraid's lair. Nope.
Oh, no, it's not. So now, do you go to keep... And farfelu, turn it around.
Crab hole, Kraid's lair.
Kraid's lair is really dangerous, because how do you get out?
You can't. Not without spring ball. You gamble that Kraid has gravity.
I think, unfortunately for farfelu, even if gravity is here, Eddie's dead of enough time. Eddie's a boss up now. Man, that was unfortunate. 2/3 chance, and it just didn't go. Farfelu's there. And even the 1/3 chance, he could have just ran into spring ball or gravity like Machu. So like, there were some outs even beyond that 1/3.
Yep. Eddie is now officially ahead.
Okay, so Ozzy is pointing out that with high jump and ice, it is possible to get out of that grapple. Farfelu deciding he wants a few more supers in case it is Ridley here. Eddie already has the knowledge it's not Ridley.
And Eddie knows where Phantoon is. Here comes the green spiky dinosaur. And there goes the green spiky dinosaur.
Matchup plus ice can actually be in logic to do grapple. I'm trying to remember if that's a logically declared thing.
No! It's an energy.
Behind Kraid's closet.
It's just an energy.
It's not terribly easy to get out with spring ball either. I believe it requires a double spring ball jump. So it might be interesting to see what Eddie chooses to do if gravity's not here.
Dun, 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 dun. And here we go. Is this gravity?
And
no, it's not! What is happening?
Oh my gosh, it has to be Waterway then?
What is this seed?
That's so rude. And even more rude, there's a god route that's stupid, like you would never do it. But you could have just left out of the back of the warfare and gone straight to gravity. Okay, so this was answering my question. Eddie's choosing to go for the ice method even though he has.
Yeah, I don't think logically, I don't mention this earlier, gravity can't be in the sand pits. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the non-speed run, non-speed run portion of this event.
We have both runners doing this madness. farfelu has to. Eddie could go for
Chased bro in chat says, "I'm sorry, Samus." Grabs at another seed.
Oh, it looks like Eddie just gave up on. He just killed all the crabs.
So, Idle, tell the chat's got a question. Why can't gravity be in sandpits?
That's a great question, actually. I know it can't be, but it just might be logically too difficult to get to the left side. I think the problem is getting to that item is really difficult. Theoretically, you could make the logic where if you have like every item except gravity, put in logic, you'd have what you need to get up. You could do a spring ball jump to get up into that
Farfelu
area.
gets out.
But you do have to jump on the sand, and I know that there is a hesitation to make any sort of gravity jumps on the sand required. That's why you can't be required to go through the sand walls without gravity. Both runners make it out. Hold on. Either runner has full knowledge. I don't. Does Eddie have full knowledge though? Does Eddie hasn't checked Mama Turtle up like yet. There should be a single spring jump with the fish. Okay, now Eddie's gonna check up here. I wonder if Eddie has full knowledge of where this gravity has to be. So from Eddie's perspective, it could still be at Bucket. It's funny, if Eddie goes to use Freddy, he's going to be thrilled to see that it's not there. He's going to be happy to think, okay, farfelu did not just spike this gravity from me.
This has been a really good race and a really, really interesting seed. The seed called the Hunt for Gravity. Farfelu's going to catch up on bosses, but Eddie's going to make his way over to Aqueduct.
Chad asking what's left for gravity. I think it has to be waterway.
Yeah, there's nothing else at this point. Gravity can't be in Wreck Ship.
Yep.
I mean, it could be.
It could be, but Phantoon's is locked behind gravity, so it can't be.
Farfelu gonna go take out Wrigglers.
And showing up for underwater jumping.
Eddie's gonna be here for the next 5 hours. Only kidding. No, Eddie, no! Ah!
Got spring ball. Eddie, use the spring ball.
Eddie! Do a Super Metroid!
Well, that's nice. That went
did a
forward
Super Metroid.
The spring ball from the first place, but you know. Flight counts, I guess.
Do. Where is Pre-Aqueduct sending us again? I forget. Pre-Aqueduct is going to send us to Red Tower.
Yep. And then from there, see, Eddie just has the one boss left, so he's heading to the front of East Meridian.
Yep.
He could go in the back of East Meridian, I just don't know why. Literally.
And now Farfels is going to go get his spring ball. That's right, I call them Farfels.
Why is he going this way? He is going to the back of East Meridian.
He's going to go all the way to the top of East Meridian.
Unless he wants to go to Green Bryn and pick up the gravity sphere. It's possible Eddie knows that gravity has to be a waterway.
Yep, we're going to want to find that out.
So you know what? Finding my guaranteed gravity at waterway is still faster than doing all those nonsense. Let's see what he does right here.
Nope. Well, Idle, we tried. We talked about gravity long enough. The racers refused to listen to us. Whatever.
I think this was just slower than going to the top of... There was another way in Upper North there. It would have required 2 elevators, but that's required.
Yep, Eddie's just going to go through back of Lower North Fair and exit. I don't blame Farfelu here at all. Farfelu played an amazing game, and just unfortunately got trapped there with the Phantoon boss in Aqueduct and had no way of getting out. But Eddie is firmly in the lead, and it looks like going to be winning this 2-0.
However, if this loss was doable, I think Farfelu would have a lead that he hasn't given back. But that was just so much time lost doing that.
Yep.
And then Eddie chose choosing not to do it and instead do a boss that gave him spring ball, and just see what the really was right here.
Yeah, grapple could have been gravity. Waterway could be gravity. It's the only 2 checks that we have left.
Oh yeah, chat play on grapple can still have the answer. We haven't seen it. Well, that alone means that if you're ready, you're not going to go ahead and you're not going to have your guaranteed gravity and waterway to Not sure what Eddie's setting up to do here. Eddie doesn't have space jump. So what's the plan? He's trying to go around bot zone. Maybe remembering, yeah. I think we mentioned he didn't get a lot of sleep last night. To ask him what's going on with this. Oh, that could be too. Chat playing out. Maybe he was thinking, I don't want to do this yet, but yeah, he doesn't have to do this yet. It is bad. Right, no, farfelu is not that far behind anymore, right?
No, farfelu is not.
Time at this platoon, and farfelu is almost and also did not route the best to getting here, and as a result, farfelu is a long road. Here. Unfortunately, the extra knowledge that farfelu has is that helpful. It's like he knows that Batu and item is nothing, but doesn't really see that for free. Oh my gosh, and Eddie doesn't have good supers for Batu either. Like, I mean,
this is a race.
Yeah.
This could come down to Fantoon pattern. Farfelu with a nice ice clip.
Eddie, Farfelu is going to need a good Batu to keep this close, but he's got a lot more.
Nicely done. Farfelu's done with Botwoon. This is something else that we're seeing right now, Idol. This is going to be really, really close and really, really tight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Farfelu will have to pick up that reserve tank. It's kind of in the way. I wonder if you can get around it. That's really easy, but I don't know if that's faster. It's probably faster to go underneath that purple. You can, like, go down to the sand, go under that purple pillar, and come back up. But it's probably slower than it is. Are you scaring me with all these turns while he's pushing the sand? This is an opportunity where you can gain or lose time on these rooms here. You see Eddie taking an extra second to set up for this. Is rewarded, that was nice. And also nicely done. So that's going to be hard to improve on if you're Farfelu. Let's do the first part of it better. And part of the room's not too slow either. This next section right here, you get this cool. That's gonna be time loss.
Eddie's starting out with the slot. Nope, mid.
Aren't really getting trolled. Careful box for beer, but sometimes Samus like snaps them.
Samus just likes to have fun.
Let's get through.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, he's pulling back here.
Eddie is a dun-dun. Go mode for Eddie.
Eddie's still gonna need to route this well. You can't afford another routing mistake, I would say.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, Eddie is sitting here meeting with these wall jumps again.
Eddie.
Okay, he gets that one. That's...
Eddie! 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 You have spring ball! Eddie!
He probably didn't lose time over using spring ball at least. That was better than the earlier types. Spring ball is unfortunately very slow because you gotta do 2 pauses. Alright, let's see. We've got all the bosses down, routing wise.
Gotta go.
Better if you can get through to the back road, or back ready, but I don't know if there's a good way to do.
No, you'd have to get through East Meridia, and that means getting back through Cack Alley.
Yeah,
But this, Eddie's gonna go through Cack Alley. Nope.
Or not. Okay.
Farfelu doing the spring ball method. Do 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 do.
It's probably still faster to go out the front of this area than to loop back around. Oh, he's right here. You can take a right here.
It's gonna be really interesting.
Oh, it's
Fastest way to get back to Red Brinstar would be Proctor.
Oh, Farfelu, get out of there!
Farfy, what are you doing?
This requires a specific jump, or maybe that gravel could save you.
No!
Oh my god, I'm really surprised he reset it that quickly, to be honest.
No!
With Bari and Hina chance. Gosh, really good at this. These wall jumps are not easy. I don't care what your controller is.
And at least, yeah, at least Farfelu saved the defeating Dragon.
Oh, I didn't see he saved that recently. Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's like he knew that could happen. That's heads up, I guess. It's one of the things that shouldn't happen, but it also doesn't take much. Up and down on that stand. With Varian, you've got a chance. You don't take nearly as much strike damage with Varian. And you only have to get the jump to get out.
Eddie is gonna head to that croc door entrance to go find a Red Bryn.
Yeah, Farfelu's gonna go with Doctor over here. Nice idea to give it one shot too. So it's already like pre-baked, you could say. It's ready to be frozen.
Mm-hmm. And there we go. Eddie is back to Torian. It's going to be really fun to talk to these runners afterwards. So. Be really interesting to see where gravity was.
Yeah. I wonder if I was playing the seat, I would just run to that waterway and be like, what? How is gravity out here?
Idle, did you take gravity from these runners? I mean, is it hiding at your house? It's not hiding at mine.
But, you know, we got what we wanted, right? First race was Ovarian. Next race is like
Yeah. We wanted content, we got it. Chat, we want to know, are you having fun with this race?
Yeah, chat explaining how you get out of that situation that farfelu had to reset out of. You gotta do this route stuff. But it's a little bit peculiar on the timing of your forward jumps.
Yep.
Right, but
there's the baby.
Once you get it, you start doing your jumps and stand like you rise out of the sand and you're fine. This is hard to get started.
And Eddie hits the baby skip. farfelu not that far behind on Gorian.
No stash your skip without bombs. I'm a little sad. It's definitely possible to do without bombs.
Mm-hmm. Long going to do the baby skip without bombs. farfelu will be heading to Torian as well. Unfortunately for farfelu will not be able... Probably isn't going to be able to do the stand-up trick here. I think you need 7 E-tanks to do that.
Correct. And even if Eddie goes for it, he probably won't because this.
Yeah, the beams are not that strong here.
I was curious about Eddie going for that down back step skip. You can hit the Rika without weight, but it's a very peculiar timed shot. I'm just not sure if the typical down back setup will still work.
Yeah. Eddie's looking forward to killing Mother Brain too. You know what I'm looking forward to, Edel? I'm looking forward to getting some chicken bakes over at Costco when this race is over.
I think you're gonna go ahead and always stick with it.
Miss what you said there at the end. What'd you say?
I mean, I feel like Mother Brain is comfortable in the emerging phase, and so I've kind of gotten the habit of it. So most time dodging these random up the range. Like French fries, like real.
You were a little muffled there, Idle.
Oh, sorry. I'm messing with my bad. Oh, that's fortunately not going to be a difference in the race. Just keep speeding up this Mother Brain fight. Really has no problems right now. I don't know how many shots it is with the team combo. No, whatever. Either discharge ice or discharge shaper. The combo, I think, is amazing.
It's a nice combo. Obviously, you'd love to have wave or plasma, but still. I would be really interested to see where the rest of these items were when this race is over.
They sure checked a lot of items.
It really did. Again, waterway or grapple. The two obvious locations left, but I don't know.
And we understand why they skipped that.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised to see Eddie's with that.
Yeah, Eddie should be done. Yeah, Eddie doesn't want to do stand-up here.
And
what a great...
doing the setup below the break gate for free.
Yeah, what a great race between both of these runners, huh?
It's
been a really good game.
That's what it's probably worth going for if you miss it the second time. Just because the game time is slow enough.
So if this works out here for Eddie, which it looks like it is, Eddie is going to go on to take on Kip.
Ooh.
And Kip lost his floaters to the
brackets with your elimination matches. If you're sitting there thinking, how could these two runners do this? The whole tournament is just full.
There is a banger of a game. Yeah, there's a banger game coming up tomorrow, and that would be Bressingham versus Ark. That is tomorrow night, 7 o'clock onward is a back-to-back-to-back. Unsure what Speedgaming channel it'll be on so far, but that is going to be a fun one. And Eddie has defeated a Mother Brain.
Yeah, both the runners at Mother Brain, it looks close now, but it's just, this is a long fight. Also choosing to stay defensive, I'm not really sure what's special about him.
Eddie looking for a nice, clean escape here. Looking really solid so far. Needs to hit this Shine Spark up Blue Tower. And gets it. Very pretty. Very pretty escape there from Eddie. And we are done. Eddie's official time. Eddie will finish this race at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 39 seconds. And farfelu is electing to finish as well.
Yeah, you already come this far, you might as well.
Yep. And we're marking farfelu is done as well. Let's get both these runners in here for the post-game interview. This is going to be a fun one to talk about with the runners. And here come the runners. Runners, come on up to the stage and join us whenever you're ready.
You're curious? You're getting my food to go today. This is kind of crazy. Okay. The thing didn't work, so we've had to handle everything.
Here comes farfelu and Eddie. Jeez, runners.
Chick-fil-A and I'll make further.
GG.
GG, farfelu. GG. All right, let's talk about game one before we head into that insane, crazy game two. Eddie, biggest elephant in the room. You have giant, you know what? You went through Redfish, through West Meridia, found Lower Norfair, and came across Green Brinstar. Why?
I was sweating because if that bottom portal was not good, then I'm soft locked. And that's obviously really bad. But that's something that I race a ton with like some really strong runners. We do races like all the time. And the conclusion that we kind of came up to is if we find the top of West Meridia on the left side, you fall through it. And basically you check the portals, and then if it doesn't work out, you reset, and then you just start from the ship, and it's fine. It sucks, but there's just such a good chance that it works out for you just fine, where you get to find like something good. In that case, I was sweating a little bit, but that's just kind of the choice I made. It's been a while that I got to see that was able to do that, but that was kind of like the decision I played. Obviously, it's a huge risk. It's kind of like taking a risk at the start of the game, but I think more often than not, it should work out for you. But I was sweating when I saw the first portal, and the second portal was I had to rely on that to get out.
Yeah. So I mean, look, finding that green Brinstar portal massively is gonna help you out. And farfelu just about to finish up here on their screen. Where was that bleeping gravity suit?
Yeah.
Apple beam! Are you kidding me?
It was
I forgot all about it. I was calling it for waterway.
Oh.
So I don't know if you can see from like my webcam, but I was kind of unhappy because once I started piecing things together, I'm like, okay, I have my spring ball. I'm go mode at this point.
Right.
I was reeling because I was go mode a lot earlier. This is farfelu realized this too, but this is one of those seeds that got really complicated because you were really close to go mode if you knew specifically that the Precious Room boss was not Fantoon, because Fantoon is the only way you can't get out of that Precious Room because it's a bad door, so you can't do like a gravity jump out like the Ridley door because it's the same door. But with Kraid, if it's Kraid, there's a long hallway, right? So we could charge a spark, and then we could leave the room, and then we could spark up there. So like I got into a situation where I saw the East Meridia, and I'm like, oh my god, like it was like what farfelu said. We talked about this. We have like a 2 in 3 chance of being able to actually do this.
Yep.
And it didn't work out for him, is what he told me. So I was like, man, it's right here. And it's like, it's kind of hard to get back here too, but I'm like, I don't think I could risk it. So I decided not to.
Yeah, so the turning point of race number 2, farfelu was several minutes ahead. Went through Aqueduct, did all of it, came across Fantoon, unfortunately didn't work out.
Yeah.
You came across Ridley first, got the spring ball in Ridley's room, and that allowed things to change.
Yeah.
So I think farfelu's routing was actually quite insane there on Route 2. Just unfortunately, there's, you have, again, 2 of 3 chances at that point with bosses.
Yeah,
did not work out.
The difference between us is, man, going back to work was hard on me, I think. I completely forgot about Precious Room.
Yeah.
So when I found this, probably you saw a smile on my face. I said, oh man, I'm go mode. That's cool. Now I know where every boss, where I should go, and next I go to Turian. So I was sure I was in a good spot. And then, if you could read on my lips after Botroom, that's where I realized, and I said a bad word. Well, maybe I cannot go out. If I had known this before, I think this is insane just to pursue this how I did, because I was just next to 3 easy and fast major to pick, so at least I would have checked this before following East Meridia just in case. But no, I just went through first, and then after Botoon, I realized, well, okay, I still have 2/3 chance to make out, so maybe it will work. And, well, you know the answer now.
I wasn't thinking about that Precious Room either. I was like, wait, why did you reset? I was like, oh, like Fantoon's room.
Yep.
It was a good play, though. I mean, you had a more than 2/3 chance of that working out because Gravity or Spring Ball could have been at Botoon, or I think there were. It's just unfortunate that it worked the way it did, because you made several skips, X-Ray, Screw Attack, the first Croc item. I think Eddie checked all of those, and they were all E-Tanks.
Yeah.
And then Upper Norfair was, I think, a bust too. I don't remember there being anything good in Upper Norfair, or like the business center, or the Bubble Mountain side of it. So even if you checked that first, that wouldn't have helped. And that East Meridia portal was kind of far away too. Like you didn't really want to leave it.
So I think it's like farfelu and I were talking about this, but I think it also gets like really spicy on the trying to figure out the value of like doing it versus not doing it. And it's also kind of spooky, right? Because if you leave it like I did, I mean, I wasn't calculating all this in my head at the time, but like if you leave it, obviously you have the chances of finding, because it could be Gravity could just be a Batoon, but you do have the
Mhm.
chance of finding it, at the bosses. You could find it at like Kraid, you could find it at Ridley, right? So you have to factor that in. And the other thing that's it's really interesting to consider is the back is actually pretty accessible. And because we have Dragon killed, if we find gravity, the back is actually really fast and it's right next to all those bosses. But if you're suitless, I think it's like really slow. So if the suitless play works out and you get the 2 and 3, but your opponent finds grav along the way, they can also hit the back of East Meridia and they're not losing that much time, right? So I think it gets like really complicated. And I think something that really spooked me at the end is I was like, as I was doing the suitless stuff, I realized like it's exactly going to be at either Waterway or Croc for me because I did everything else that's in Logic. So I was like, maybe I should have just went to get grav. But I think if it's at Croc, it's probably closer to a wash, if anything. So
I mean, if gravity is at X-ray or it is at Screw Attack or like all those places you checked, I mean, farfelu would have been toast in all those situations.
Yeah. Well, so in my case, all I had to do was go to Green Bryn, and it was going to be there because I did every other check, right? So I was like, should I have just gone there? Like, did I make a mistake knowing that grab was there?
Well, Eddie goes to the waterway. You should just go do it. I kind of forgot it could be a Croc.
Yeah. It ended up being at the back of Croc. So then it would take a really long time to get it. But like, even so, like, it's not the quickest thing to do. All that water suitless stuff. So
speaking of, I have to ask you about your aqueduct room. I'm curious what was going on there.
I had 8 missiles, and I was like, I need 10 missiles so I can suitless CF clip. And then I shot my beam, and then I saw ice, and I was like, oh, whoops. So I went back. Yeah, I got confused. That was my
I could not figure out why you were trying to climb over there. Like, he can't go through the back. He doesn't have space jump. Like,
yeah, my teammate Stasha, he did the exact same thing in Rando League. So I guess that's just a Chicago bully thing, to be fair.
I guess so. That was an interesting part of the race because it, once things just weren't working out for farfelu, you finding that spring ball too.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, well now, like, if Kraid is... What you guys did of high jump and ice, I forget that's in Logic to get out of crab hole. But, you had the spring ball to help you get out. farfelu had to do the ice and high jump.
Yeah, I tried that because it's going to be faster, but I botched it. And I just blew them all up and then I springballed up.
You were significantly ahead because farfelu had to go fight Ridley, but then you spent all that time in Aqueduct, and suddenly it's like, hey, farfelu's only a room behind now. It's a Botch Wound fight room, but he's still, because you were doing all those charge beam shots on Botch Wound too, like.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess
in with 28 supers.
Yeah, because Botch Wound actually hits really hard, and you can get like double. I think you can even get like triple hit. So like, I think I had like 3 tanks of health. I didn't want to mess with just randomly dying for no reason, so
farfelu had a much more careful first fight, kind of similar deal. He had to do a Crystal Flash just to have health for that fight.
Yeah, I had 54 health before that first fight.
Oh my gosh.
There was no way I would survive. I did a Crystal Flash before.
Oh.
But that took most of my supers. I think I had only 10 left and missed a few, so the first fight was not so good, but the second was quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, farfelu fell in the Coliseum on the way out. He just saved, so he only lost like a minute or something, but it would have been a closer race if the Coliseum had gone a little bit cleaner. Eddie had a really clean Coliseum entry.
Yeah, that room, actually in RBO, you don't have space jump going in, so I'm okay going in. You kind of want to practice that, but going out, you should have space jump. So I know it can get tricky, and sometimes the Metroid can go between you and your where you're grappling, and it can cancel the grappling beam, and you fall in the sand. It happened to me once in SMZ3. So that's why I took the save, because I know going out without space can be a bit more dangerous. So I'm glad I took the save, because I don't know where I would have been if I did not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
I really like it. Jump for that room too. You can get out of the sand. I've done it like once. It's not trivial. You got to practice it ahead of time. Chat was saying something about a crouch jump, and then you got to like press forward right away or something. I don't know. It's kind of a tricky jump just to get it started.
Yeah, I know it's doable with high jump. Maybe it's even doable without high jump, but it's still hard, and I never tried to do that
I
because
would not try it without high jump. I'm not sure if it's without high jump. Maybe it is, but it's not worth it. But with Varia and high jump, I think you had enough time to give it a good few more tries. But I mean, you had just taken the saves, so it made sense to reset the save.
oh, without a save, definitely I would have tried until I die. But
Right. Yeah.
that's
I was
something
surprised to reset so quickly. It was like, oh, but he just saved. Okay.
yeah, since I've never tried that before, that was just okay. Well, let's go with the reset. That's consistent.
Yeah, I haven't been able to play a seed like this actually. There's always the situation. I feel like every time I've had to do a suitless thing like this, I always end up having space jump. This might be the first time I played this mode where I actually had to do all that without space jump. So that was pretty exciting. I was kind of like slightly concerned a little bit, but I was like, I think it's pretty sure it's possible. So, yeah, I just did it, and I guess there are things I probably should have been a little bit more scared of, but I just kind of did it without thinking. So worked out for me, I guess.
All right. Well,
I got nothing else.
it's been a good run for both of you at farfelu. This is the end of the road, but you played very well in this tournament. Very happy to have you. Eddie, you continue on to face Kip. So that's going to be a good matchup too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have any last thoughts before we sign off here?
Yeah, since I'm out, I want to thank you, Idol, personally. I know you are one of the organizers, so tournament was very fun. And yeah, I will watch, now I can watch since I'm out. Good luck, Eddie, versus Kip. And I guess thanks, WX fan. I think you were on com for every race I did. So if not, I know you were doing comms a lot. So
Yep.
yeah, thanks for that. It's fun to have a lot of restream. It's cool for the community. And yes, see you next year.
Got it.
Yep. And yeah, I want to say GG farfelu. First of all, thanks thanks Idol WX fan, thank you for doing comms, and thanks Fishing Boo for tracking. But yeah, farfelu, we've played farfelu, and I haven't raced, I think, in a 1v1 setting a lot, but my first rando that I kind of got into was SMZ3, and I played a lot of co-op against farfelu with MM2 as well, so I know farfelu is a really, really strong rando player. So I've been playing him like even before, or I've like known of him even before I was like in the rando scene at all. So really, really happy to have been able to play him. Obviously pleased with the results, and yeah, I'm just happy. So thanks farfelu for the matches. Also, I know Kip is a big fan of trash talk, so I just want to say, Kip, the new age is here, and you're going down in the next round.
I want in on this match so much. I wanted him.
But I'm excited for the match, though. But Kip is a fan of trash talk, so I gotta say that.
Oh please! I will do a special podcast. You two can literally just trash talk each other. I will do it myself if I have to. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Anything else? GG's to both of you. Idol, I'll get us out of here. Idol might have already disconnected. Idol, you still here?
I'm here.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for the comms as well. It's been great having you volunteer for so many. It's really helped us. We would have fewer restreams without you, so appreciate
my pleasure.
And all of our trackers, including Fishing Boo, here today. It's really helpful.
Sounds good.
And
alrighty.
Runners for putting on a great show. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'll stop now.
You're good, Idol. All right, Idol, it was an absolute pleasure doing comms with you. Thank you for doing M2 Nest Cartridge for putting on this amazing rando tourney. It's been a ton of fun, and I'm not done with comms. There's plenty more to come here. Again, tomorrow night, Bressingham versus a real cutie, aka Ark, starting at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time. It is another back-to-back-to-back. Don't miss that. GG's to both Eddie and Farfelu. Eddie, hip. The smack talk and trash talking will be there, and I am excited for it. Farfelu, GG's. I'm sure we'll see you in other tournaments and back here. Absolute pleasure. For Eddie, Farfelu, and Idol, and for Fishing Boo, our amazing. I'm Adam, aka WXFan21. We'll see you next mission. Laters, people!